Hey guys, what's going on? It's been a really long time since I vlogged, especially one of these real talks. I've been super busy the past couple of weeks and just really tired, so I haven't had much energy to do much outside of work and just veggie out at home. Yeah, so I hope you guys are doing well. I know it's been a long time since we chatted. Shout out to Ben Liang again. As you can tell, the camera's not shaky anymore because he gave me a gimbal. Dude, you are so generous. I appreciate the times we had in college, and I hope that you're doing awesome things in Seattle. Yeah, with that being said, I just wanted to talk to you about some things that the Lord has been placing on my heart recently. Yeah, I feel like amidst the busyness, God has been merciful in still growing me, even though I'm in places where I'm pouring into a lot of people. In particular, I've been reading this book called The Liturgy of the Ordinary. And for those of you, you hear the word liturgy. Some of you don't even know what that means. For others, it rings a bell. You grew up in churches where you did liturgy, or you come from a liturgical tradition. I think a simple definition, hopefully I don't butcher it or say something heretical, is anything that you do that God uses to form you. And this book is written by an Anglican priest. And yeah, I think I'm just struck by the beauty of God using the normal day-to-day activities that we do to form us more like Him. And I'll explain what that means. But first, I gotta cross this busy street. So if you come from a church that has a liturgical background, you know, you do liturgies like reciting prayers, for instance, or other activities, other rituals in church where God uses that to form you more like Him. But the author of this book, her main premise is that Jesus himself, before he did his 3 years of full-time ministry, he chose to live 30 years of his life doing normal day-to-day activities. You know, he was a carpenter. He lived with his mother, which meant that he had to do household chores. He had to wake up, clean himself, use the bathroom, make his bed, eat meals. And it's a beautiful thing because Jesus didn't have to do that. He could have just came into the world and just did his ministry, performed miracles, you know, healed the sick, saved the lost. But he chose to live the day-to-day life. And if that's true, that means that we should care about the day-to-day. I think for me, someone who didn't grow up with much talk about liturgy or anything like that, my concept of the Christian walk was I'm gonna grow in spaces where I read my Bible or I pray, but then didn't really think about how God can use day-to-day activities to form me. So I think what's awesome is that if it's true that Jesus cared about these things, that means there's something in it for us. And everything that we do in life, whether it's the flashy spiritual moments or the normal day-to-day like brushing your teeth or using the bathroom, it all matters. Yeah, one of the things that struck me was the first chapter. It's titled Making Your Bed. And you know, honestly, like I never really made my bed growing up. I've only been doing that recently because of the book and how God's been challenging me in that. You know, when you think about like you wake up, you just want to get out of bed and start your day and stuff. But the premise of the book is that every little thing that we do has a meaning behind it. It can be a way that God uses you to shape you or remind you of some truth about Him or His people. And with making the bed, something that struck me is that, you know, you take something that's chaotic, like your bed sheets, your pillows, and create order. And it basically resembles the creation narrative where the Lord takes chaos and makes it into order and creates the universe. And in Genesis, He even gives humans the authority to rule over the earth. And so when I thought about it, like when I started making my bed and I did this little act of creating order from chaos, you know, it changed a lot because no longer I felt like I had control over my day. Like I didn't feel like I was starting my day chaotic. And then another thing that the book talks about is like brushing teeth. And I was like, okay, I brush my teeth, whatever. Do I floss all the time? I'm not gonna tell you. But what's cool about brushing teeth is that God can use something like caring for your body, like brushing your teeth, so that you can enjoy the little moments of life. So that when I'm 40 or 50 years old, my teeth aren't decayed and I can enjoy a great taco, you know, or I can enjoy great Filipino food or candy, hopefully not too much candy. I mean, even like, this is kind of like going along with the body image vlog, but exercising and caring for your body, right? Like God can use that to form us. And so that really changed the way I view my day to day. It's not I wake up and do all these mindless activities, and then when I start my devotional in the morning, when I eat breakfast, that's when my time with God begins. Actually, it's as soon as I wake up, I'm reminded of this God who sustains me, who puts every breath in me, that without him, I wouldn't be able to breathe, I wouldn't be able to sleep, and who calls me into this world ruling, just as I follow in his footsteps, where I can create order from chaos, where I don't have to start my day chaotic. So there's a couple things that I want to do now. I think this has led me to just more cleaning around the house, not because it's a chore or something I have to do, but just as a means for the Lord to form me into a servant. I'm not perfect at that. Like my motives are still mixed, and I think they will be until I die and I'm with Jesus, where all sin's erased. But I found myself just wanting to serve my roommates more because I've had to put myself in places where I had to serve them. Another thing is food, right? Like food is something that is necessary for us humans to live, but it's not just a utilitarian thing. It's something that we can enjoy other people's company in, and that's something that God gives us grace for, We can sit at the banquet table with God and his people and enjoy that. Something I want to do, God's calling me into a season of patience, and I just know that I am not a patient person. Like, as you could tell, for those of you who know me, or if you've been watching my vlogs, I'm very impatient, I'm very impulsive, and I think something that I want to do, you got to keep me to this. I'm saying this right now so that all you viewers are keeping me accountable. I want to what do you call it? I want to water a plant. I know it sounds really simple, but I want to see something where, like, you don't see the fruits of something right away. You sow a seed, you put work into it, and it just creates in me a patience for, God to do his work. If God promises me something, but I don't see it right away, I'm able to be more patient with that. Yeah, I think just the past couple of weeks have been, although super busy and super hectic, I've been able to pause and experience God in the little moments of the day, so that from bed rise to going to bed at night, it's not a day that's, I'm with God, and then, I don't feel his presence, or, I'm with God, then I don't feel his presence. It's way more continuous. I'm more of a settled person. I'm only on like chapter 3. I think the book is designed to read one chapter at a time and really swallow the message and just apply little changes and then move forward. Another thing that picked up on this book is not being on technology too much. Like whenever there are pauses in the day, just refusing to be on the phone and just enjoy the environment and meeting God through that, even though that's hella hard. So for you guys, my first recommendation is just read this book. I'm probably butchering a lot of the concepts, but read the book for yourself and meet God in that. Second, just invite God into the day-to-day. Don't view these things as just necessary evils, but view these things as ways where God can form you more into his image. And lastly, if you see me in person, let's talk about it in real life. I think there's a lot that we can process together, challenge each other in. Yeah, so I hope you guys have a good day. I hope this blesses at least one of you guys, and enjoy your moments with the Lord, whether it's the flashy moments or even brushing your teeth or making your bed. All right, peace out.